What's up, people? Welcome to this episode of the By the Hood podcast or webcast, because I don't know how you're consuming this content. I'm your host as always. My name is Jimmy. And as we start off every show, that's with gratitude. Just want to say thank you to all of the students from By the Hood University and all of the youth from the By the Hood Ownership Camp. What's going on, everybody? We appreciate you. And we love and support everything you guys got going on, because you guys love and support everything we got going on, man. You know, we build with our community, but I got my brother. My brother's here with me today. Court, what's up, bro?
Yo, what's going on, people? You know how I feel. Every day above the ground is a good day. Life is good, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Still out here serving the people, man. But listen, as you guys know, our platform is designed to highlight brothers and sisters who are doing amazing work in the community, building businesses. But this is a special episode, man. We got two alumni on, man. These brothers are working together to bring something to our area that we really haven't had, you know, in recent times, man. So we want to get them to come on and talk about it. That's the Investment Blueprint Monopoly series. The second installment is coming up very soon. And listen, we got our brothers. We got A. Lee as well as Lorenzo from Jackson Rental Homes on. What's up, good brothers?
What's going on? I appreciate you having us.
What's
up, fellas, man? Thanks a lot.
Absolutely, man. You know, y'all family, man. But listen, I want to, you know, you guys have both already been on the pod, so we know about your background and all that kind of stuff. But I want to talk about this work you guys are doing together in terms of, and you guys do a lot of work together, so I shouldn't say that, because I've seen you guys in the community doing all kinds of amazing stuff. But specifically, this Investment Blueprint Monopoly series, man. I know you're out here changing lives with it. Can you guys talk about what was the inspiration for this?
Me or you, Joe?
You can go ahead. I'll follow up on you.
All right. So again, Anthony Lee, A. Lee Real Estate. I appreciate you guys having me. The Investment Blueprint came together from doing Instagram lives. I've been doing Instagram lives since the start of COVID. And that was just one way to connect with people, because we couldn't be out in public, reach out and touching people. So now that we got a little bit of room to get back outside, Lorenzo gave me the push, talked to me and said, yo, let's figure out a way that we can connect with people and bring them the resources that we basically have used during COVID to impact and improve our businesses and our lives. So with that, Lorenzo's been spearheading the community cleanups we've been doing. And then we've been collaborating, doing ride-alongs with people, which have been free. And then we have a small fee that we charge for our actual in-person event, which we'll be doing this October 30th and October 29th. October 29th is the VIP dinner, where we're going to be eating together, breaking bread, but we're also going to be learning from Janelle Wilson. She's going to be the headlining speaker that night, talking about how she basically built her business of being a real estate, mogul, being a mother, a wife, and figuring this game out on her own. And then the 30th, we basically have a action-packed all-star lineup, teaching people basically how to really play real-life Monopoly, using their 9-to-5 or their income from their investments to build other investments, because that's what it's really about. It's not about the super cool things, I guess, going shopping, buying crazy cars, but it's about what you can do to impact your life and those around you. So we're giving you all the heavy hitters that are actually doing the work and making an impact for them families and their community.
Yeah, man, that's dope. So Lorenzo, oh, by the way, real quick before Lorenzo says something, Ailey, I gotta tell you, that painting behind you is fire. The bank one, that's fire.
Madam CJ Walker.
Yeah, it was sitting on the stack inside the bank. I need to know where you got that from, bro. I need that.
So my homie Chuck Styles Art. You can check him out. Another local Black artist. That's where I get all my art from. He did the Snoopy, the Malcolm X. My Jordan, LeBron, Kobe, all that. So I just trying to, as you've been putting me on the stocks, the NFTs. This is my version of the investments.
Man,
no doubt. So Lorenzo, man, what's going on, good brother? So how you, man? What's your response to that question about how you guys came together to create this series?
Look, first off, I'm glad to be back, and the reason we created it was, one, we want anybody who wanted to better themselves financially to be able to do it. So if you look at the panel, as far as Herman, KR, Nuke, a lot of these programs we actually pay for to vet them out. Even your program for the last one, we paid for the program to vet them out, and we picked our top mentors over the last 3 or 4 months and put them all together. And we want to have everyone in the room to be able to go out and get it at an affordable price. So even though we may have paid $2,000 or $3,000, we're only charging $300 to get everybody in the building. And if you can't afford it, like I said, we host a free ride along. Just this weekend, we had almost 70 people show up. We broke down the numbers on how much it will cost, out of cost, try to relieve them of their fears of what it looks like if you have to take everything out of a house, took them from the full gut all the way to a completed one. And we actually opened up our books to them, and they could see the actual numbers on how much things cost. And we didn't sugarcoat everything for Instagram. And we had a talk, because together, we can only do this together as a community. Some people are doing really well as investors individually, but even Jimmy, as you know, at the meeting we just had last week, this is on a larger scale where we need to be able to bring anybody who's interested in up to be able to invest.
Yeah, man, that's why it's inspiring to me, and why I wanted to have you brothers on to talk about it, is because, you know, Corey and I have been around for a while. There's never been really anything like this in Philadelphia. Like, so in individual pockets, you have a lot of people that are doing well, right? But never working together like this. So I think this is powerful, and it's going to change a lot of lives. So what was the feedback you guys got from the first one?
Oh, the feedback we got from the first one was fantastic. I love when a month or two afterwards, we're getting texts saying, I just purchased my first house. Thank you, you know, or follow up asking questions. Do you have a good contractor? Do you have a good hard money lender? No one they're actually taking action. So that was great. And not only that, you know how many people signed up for your course that we still get a lot of feedback on, that now we're all in by the hood. So
yeah, that was
our MDC, we all get calls and texts and have our own chats. Like, all right, what y'all going to do? Because I like the Q play, or maybe I like Blink, and we'll analyze your guys' own separate plays and take it for our own. So it's just a great thing to see other people investing in stocks, NFTs, and really getting creative with how we spend our money. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it is, man. Hey, Lee, what's your perspective on that? What's your feedback from the first one?
So definitely, like Lorenzo said, like I know personally one of the people who attended the last event, because I also sold them the house. He was able to get his money lined up, his business credit basically 10x. And then on top of that, he found a deal off market working with me. And now he's almost done his first Burr project. And then people outside of that have also taken steps, whether it just be as simple as setting up the LLC, getting a business account, and then learning all the other industries that we had at the event. And then the thing that was most impactful to me was the general feedback was that most people didn't even realize not just how easy it is to reach, you know, their goals, but that so many people that look like them and come from where they come from that you wouldn't know without like them introducing themselves or somebody telling you like, yo, they do this or they do that. Like, yo, it's really everyday people doing these things and living the dreams that most people are scared to just try.
Yeah, that's powerful though. When you're in that room and you see folks doing things from all walks of life, right? That's why I think it's important what you guys are building out. Like, so, and like I said, this is the second one. So what is the future? Like, what are you guys trying to do with this platform in general?
So me and Lorenzo, we honestly, like, we talk about it. We're trying to figure out where the actual end goal is. But I mean, at least for now, the thing is, we want people to know, like, yo, here in Philadelphia, we are united. We are looking to be a powerhouse in our community, in our neighborhood, and that you don't have to leave the community you're from to be successful. We want people to know, like, yo, we're helping the youth, we're helping our community, and we're also helping our peers and each other. So it's like, yo, if we can support each other, which we're doing, I'm appreciative for all the speakers, all the support we've been getting. It's like, yo, lives will change and our communities will change, you know, one neighborhood at a time.
Yeah, man. And I see you guys also doing the community sweep ups. Whose idea was that and how'd that come about?
That's Lorenzo.
Yeah, that was my idea, because I think that one thing about investing in similar what you call buy the hood is because it looks like the hood. I think when you clean it up, it's hard to see the goal behind all the trash. So one thing about our community clubs, like, and we want to be visible in the actual communities. We want people to see that we care. If we care, then they should also care as well. A lot of times when you turn on the news as Black men, the first thing that you see for the first 10 or 15 minutes is how many of us have died or killed somebody in the last 24 to 48 hours. And we just have to end that narrative that we're not all bad. Most of us are actually pretty decent, and most people do care about their communities. I don't want people to be scared to live in their community. And when other people are coming in, buying it up just because we're scared to even purchase it. But no. So that was the biggest thing. I wanted to be visible, everybody to see it, clean it up. It's like when you clean your car, you really start to appreciate it. Like, wow, this is something nice, something that to be treasured and not something to be thrown away.
How do y'all pick the blocks y'all clean? Like, you just pick like random blocks and just walk up with bags? Like, what's that process like?
So it's not that it's random. The strategic part to it is that we're picking neighborhoods that we're investing in. So there's a group of us that we network and build with. So we'll say, hey, who wants to do a neighborhood? What neighborhood? What should we do? And we'll come to an agreement on, yo, all of us can get here and be here. And we'll basically plant our flag like, yo, this Saturday, we're going to be there 8 o'clock in the morning. The last one we did was in North Philly in one of the roughest neighborhoods that we did with Joanna Jane. She's one of the speakers that's invested in Philadelphia and killing it in Baltimore. She's doing development in Baltimore, but she was like, I got a lot of people that are hurting in this neighborhood. So we did the cleanup. And the feedback from the cleanup is like, why are y'all here? Why are y'all doing that? Even the people that live there are surprised that people care about it and clean it up. And then they start coming out and trying to help, you know. So again, it's about taking that action, being that leader. And it's just like, yo, you just start seeing a trickle down effect.
And to piggyback off of that, on top of that community cleanup, we were able to give out a couple 100 book bags.
Oh, right. We also turned that into a book bag drive that day as well.
Oh, y'all really out here doing the work, man. Listen, man, I'm proud of y'all, man.
Y'all out here doing,
because y'all outside. Like, you know, it's easy for people to sit around, right, and you know, type on a keyboard. No disrespect to nobody, but it's different to actually get out here and do the work, and that's what y'all are doing. So tell us about this upcoming event. Like, who are some of the speakers? What do we have to look forward to on the 29th and the 30th? You know, you told us about the VIP dinner, and she's definitely amazing. She was on our podcast recently, you know, telling her story. She's a powerhouse. But tell us about the 30th. What's going down on the 30th?
On the 30th, as far as speakers, I got to tell you, I'm really looking forward to hear Jamisa's story, because she went from working at ShopRite to a multi-million-dollar portfolio. And I think that everyone can relate to her story because she's just like us. And now she's admired. We look at her. She was on, I believe she was on your platform, and we've seen her just grow. Yeah, I've just seen her just grow the last couple of years, and she can relate to so many different people on a lot of different levels. Where you start at ShopRite, now she has now she's a doctor with a multi-million-dollar real estate portfolio. And I think that just that the roads that grew from concrete story needs to be told, especially with people from South Philadelphia, Southwest, because it really hits where. At the end of the day, it's hard to have any excuses to why you haven't gotten started. And that's really our goal, is to make sure you don't just get started, and we'll get you to the finish line.
Yeah, man.
And then, so also to piggyback off of that, some of the other speakers that we're going to have, like we said, we basically are giving you the blueprint to choose what it is you want to do, right? So most people come to these events and it's so much information overload, right? I don't need you to learn everything at this event. If you learn the next 3 steps that get you to your goal, you're going to see a difference in your life. So what we're doing is give you one person in each category. So we got somebody on mindset and discipline. We got somebody with personal finances. That's going to be Rachel Pep Talks. We got Kevin Dose coming out, actually teaching you how to set up your LLC and how to set it up properly so that you can then go to Herman, Haitian CEO, and get $100,000, $50,000 in business credit with no personal guarantee or with a personal guarantee. And then from the business credit, you can basically pivot. We got speakers teaching you about stocks and investment between Buy the Hood and Coco. And then we also have speakers teaching you about trucking. We got Andre Sherby. He's going to be talking to you about the trucking industry, which is $1 million industry that you can make more passive income, whether you like being a landlord, without having to drive the trucks. So again, we're giving you everything that's going to basically give you the freedom and time that you've been searching for and wanting. But again, you got to show up. Half the battle is showing up. You'd be surprised how easy it is once you show up. So, you know, that event is going to be October 30th at the Crown Plaza in Wilmington, Delaware. Basically from just say, give us 9 to 5. Just come do a shift with us and we're going to bring the heat. When I tell you, you don't want to miss it at this price. I mean, Lorenzo hit it on the head. I know I've done coaching, not coaching, but mentorship and classes with Newt. Newt, the entrepreneur, is going to be there. I paid for 2 of his classes. I paid for one of Herman's classes. I paid for one of Coco's classes. Most of these speakers I paid for multiple, and Rosebuds. I paid for one of Rosebud's classes. Yep. So all these people I've actually learned from, Lorenzo's learned from. We're bringing you in the room at a super discount so that you can figure out which is going to work best for you. And again, what works good for me might not work for you. But the thing is, if you show up and you just pay attention, you'll be surprised what kind of plays you could put together. I mean, I'm talking to me and Corey on a regular, and it's like every time I talk to y'all, if I don't make $100 that day, I wasn't listening.
Yeah, listen. And the thing about it is, like, a lot of those folks have been on here. Newt's been on the pod, so we had a lot of our alumni will be there. So it's amazing. I'm looking forward to being there as a student as well, like to hear about trucking and all that kind of stuff. So we will definitely be in the building. Make sure you guys pull up and check us out. We'll have a table there, and we'll have our books and what have you. Make sure you check us out there. But one of the things I want to say is the importance of being there outside of even the speakers is the other folks that you're around like-minded people coming to get the information. So you talk about having that shift. You start spending time around folks that are looking to get to it. Now you have the people who are actually up there that have already done it, and you have people who are in the same space as you. And you're going to have people that maybe not be on the stage, but who are also doing it, who are being in the crowd. So it's an amazing atmosphere. That's the cheat code. The cheat code is being in the room.
So the crazy thing is, there are people I know who purchased tickets who could have been speakers.
Exactly. And that's my point.
And they come in the room and sit there and don't say much because they're learning, but they're also, trying to figure out for themselves how to improve their situation as well. And again, the main thing is when you get in the room, even if you don't talk to somebody on the stage, talk to your neighbor to the left or the right of you, because that's honestly how me and Lorenzo connected. We come from, same neighborhood, same communities. We've known each other as we were growing up. But as we got older, it was like, yo, you do real estate, I do real estate. Next thing you know, we got the same goals. And I always tell Lorenzo, I appreciate him as like a big brother because he's buying 4 or 5 houses at a time. I thought I was doing something, buying one house here, another house there. He's like, what you doing? Why you playing? Like, if you could do 1 and 2 houses, why you don't do 3 and 4 houses? So it's like, yo, this year again, I'm on my 3rd house already this year.
Yeah, nice.
And that's because I'm hanging with people that are pushing me to be great. And now, because I'm being great, I'm seeing the results. And the crazy thing is, if it's a problem, you know what I do? I pick up the phone. I ask Jimmy, Corey, Lorenzo. I can solve it. There's no problem I can't solve at this point because of the people around me.
Listen. That's the cheat code you just said right there, bro. Because I'll tell you an example. One of the other speakers, so Malik, right? Malik is speaking too, right? So, and that's my guy. Me and Malik talk, every other day or what have you. So I was talking to him on Wednesday after we left that event. We was talking that night on the phone, and I'm like talking about specific deals and numbers. He like, you're thinking too small. And I'm like, all right, well, I add another comma. You still thinking too small. And I'm sitting there like, yo, by the time we got the phone, he got me pumped up, man. So having those kind of folks around you to push you is amazing. And I know he's going to be speaking there as well. And, so you guys got some powerhouses that are in the building. So this is going to be amazing, man. But I think what you said is true. That cheat code is the speakers, but also just the room, being in that room, that energy, and also soaking it up. But it's all about taking action. You can't just come and not do. You got to take action, man. Corey, I know you had something to say, good brother.
Nah, man. So the last time we was in the room, we linked up with some people that helped us along in our journey. You know what I mean? I know we helped a few people along in their journey, but we linked up with a lot of people in that room that helped us along in our journey. Benisha and Janelle and a few other people.
Yeah.
Do. And it was just amazing to be able to put that energy all in the same place and then have everybody push that energy forward, right? It wasn't nothing crazy going on there except for crazy. The energy was crazy because everybody was trying to get to it the same way and taking a little something from everybody, what they was talking about, and then putting it into action. And so, I'm proud of you guys for what y'all do and how y'all do it, because y'all put good people together and then allow them to be great. So I appreciate what y'all do.
Absolutely. And y'all two working together is powerful too, right? Y'all two young black men in Philadelphia, to Lorenzo's point about what you see, because you don't see this, right? The media doesn't talk about this, which is why it's important to highlight the work that you're doing, not only in the streets and clean up, but just working together. Working together, that's powerful, bro. Man. I don't know if y'all know that, but people are watching and people are seeing this. So the perspective of a young black man in Philadelphia can be different, right? it's not just one way. You know what I mean? Y'all want it to be one way, but it's the other way. You know what I mean?
Right.
So can I share just a little bit about that though, Jimmy?
Absolutely.
Sure.
So the crazy thing is when you say that, right? I used to have that mindset that I had to be guarded and that I couldn't participate in like group activities because, you know, we grow up with that mindset that you got to protect yours. You can't let other people in because they might hate on you or whatever. So when I tell you in this last year, 2 years of the pandemic, I've done way less work, made way more money because of my collaborations and the efforts that I've partnered with Lorenzo and other people in my business. But it came from me being open-minded and not being fearful that somebody was going to take what was meant for me.
What helped you make that switch? Like, what was it that helped you make that switch?
It honestly wasn't anything particular that I can personally pinpoint, but it just was me being tired of getting the same result.
Got you.
And again, when you got somebody like Lorenzo, and I don't know if Lorenzo knows this, but he brings a certain energy to the room that is kind of like you can't question or second guess what he's saying or what his intentions are because he's just that genuine.
Mm-hmm.
It's like at the end of the day, if you set yourself up with the right people, it's like I could drop my credit card and I know Lorenzo will bring it back to me and say, yo, Ant, you dropped it. I'm holding it for you.
Yeah.
So it's like when you get around those kind of people, you be a fool to be guarded with your ideas or what your resources are because, like I said, I'm doing 1 or 2 houses. Lorenzo's doing 3 or 4 at a time. So it's like when he shares his resources with me, all I can do is grow. And then there's resources I have that I share with him. All he can do is grow. And I think maybe that was the light bulb for me when I realized if I hang around enough millionaires or enough successful people, if I get crumbs, just imagine how much more success that would bring me and the people that I'm trying to help pull up.
Yeah. And you know, what's interesting is like, you know, we're all raised in Philadelphia, like, you know, being raised in Philadelphia, you're kind of taught that way to be guarded, to not to be open. Right.
All
and,
facts.
Yeah. And it's interesting that, you know, that's how we're brought up. But when you think about it, that means that we're not thinking with an abundant mindset, And that's the issue about some of the things that are instilled in us. You know what I mean? So I know Lorenzo want to speak to that, man.
No, I think that's right because we're so used to seeing everybody and compete against each other. And when you start to collaborate, like I was always a solo warrior and is the first person I've actually worked with. So I'm seeing everything come together and it's like, wow, it makes things so much easier. So now that's why you'll see, I'm like, you know, it gets a lot easier when you put everybody together. So I'm all in now, completely bought in to collaborating over competition. And like I said, as black men, it just helps because you learn to listen and you learn to really work together. So that's an important part that you need to have even in business. So I'm a big fan of collaborating. My biggest thing, even on the event, is we're going to tell you, like, when you come, if you can't necessarily make one big move in the next 8 months, then I don't think you were actually listening. Like, we are really taking care as far as my hard money lender, the business credit. My contractors are going to be in the building sprinkled out, and we're going to make sure that we shout them out. So if you want, Malik is going to tell you how to purchase the properties. So if you just show up, you'll be able to find all of our plays. And I'm like, wow, that is powerful to me to save you so much time where it may have taken me 4 years to get what you can learn in a day.
Listen, man, I don't know if you guys heard that. His contract is going to be in there. So even if you want to steal his contractors, just come through so you can, you know what I mean, cherry pick his contractors, man.
So crazy thing is, my biggest struggle was finding contractors in the beginning and money.
Mm-hmm.
So we're like he just said. So we got Tyreek Strickland, master electrician. He's going to be in the building. The funding, Ann King. She's giving you money to buy houses, rehab them, and refinance them. She's going to be in the building. Who else? We're giving you also a title company, Quick Abstract. So now for people trying to learn wholesale or how to transfer deeds, we're giving you the company that we use to do all our transactions. I don't think there's anything missing on that Saturday or Friday night that somebody won't be able to help you bridge the gap in that room. There's somebody, oh, not to mention even the insurance. When it comes down to the insurance, Lee Plummer will be there, another black insurance broker. Like, again, we're giving you everything you need to go ahead and be successful. And then not to mention permits and getting your GC license. Paulette, Philly Permit Expediters will also be there. So again, everything you need to be successful and basically build your business out, we're giving you all those pieces.
Man, that's fire. Shout out to Quick Abstract. That's who I use too. You know
Keisha is the truth.
Keisha's dope. Keisha, I use Tyrone. Tyrone's my guy, but yeah, shout out to Quick Abstract though. Yeah, so this is going to be an amazing event, man. So I just want to make sure that we highlight what you guys got going on. Talk about what you guys got going on with the future, because I'm pretty sure this won't be the last one, right?
So definitely not the last one. So I mean, I'll be honest, like, we're getting better each one. Mm-hmm. So when I tell you the first one was dope, and it was kind of dope by default, but now it's intentional to be dope with the second one. Like when I tell you, like, I'm talking about from start to finish. Make sure y'all get there when we say, breakfast is at 8 o'clock or 8:30. We starting at 9 o'clock. When I tell you we bringing the heat from 9 o'clock on, we are bringing the heat. And then on top of that, matter of fact, for your folks, Jimmy, we got a special discount code.
Okay.
10% off. So we'll keep this code for the rest of this week. 10% off. Go ahead, make sure you click the website. Jimmy, I know y'all got the link.
Yeah, we'll put the link in the description as well as the show notes. Make sure you guys come check this out, because I'm telling you, like, especially for our area, we've never had nothing like this, and we got to support it so this thing continues to grow, because it's going to change a lot of lives. And to your point, when you change people's lives that way, now we can start to put this back into the community, start to help our community. This is actual action, as opposed to just watching what goes in day out and not doing anything. You guys are doing something. You know what I mean? Core, man. You got anything to say to these brothers before we roll out of here, man?
Man, listen, brothers after my own heart, man. I'm still in the streets myself, man. You know what I mean? Doing educational things with kids and stuff like that. We did actually.
Real quick, not to cut you off. I want to shout them out for that too. Remember, they invited us out this summer.
We linked up. I was about to say that we linked up with them this summer, right? Because they was bringing this to the kids, and so I was like, "Oh man, these dudes is really out here putting in that hardcore work, like the punching bag work, that road work." You know what I mean? Like that boxing 4 o'clock in the morning road work kind of work, right? And so, like I said, man, y'all brothers really get to it, man, and I really appreciate what y'all do, man.
Now we appreciate y'all support. Like, it's never a time we call and ask y'all a question or ask y'all to get down and work with us. Y'all, like, when I ask y'all about the kids, like, what's the date? When? What time? Oh, and then the feed, like, whether y'all talk to kids or adult, the feedback is always, wow, I didn't know I could do that. I didn't know. And the thing was like, these kids had an idea. These kids had an idea, but didn't know that they was leaving money on their ideas.
Yeah, man. So that's dope, man. So we just gotta salute you guys. We will be in the building as well. Make sure you click that link. Get you some tickets, and you get a discount. So
Ride along. The code is Ride Along.
The code is Ride Along. Use the code Ride Along to get that 10% discount. Take advantage of that while you can, because it won't last. But at the end of the day, you want to be in this building. It's going to be a lot. Listen, if you guys listen or watch our podcast, it's going to be so many alumni in the building, right? Half of the speakers have been on the pod and told their story, and they're actually out here doing the real work. So you want to make sure that you're in that building. You know what I'm saying? And, come holler at us when you're in the building, though. But Lorenzo and A-Lee, man, I can't say it enough, man. We appreciate you, brothers, like, not just for this event, but all the work you do. And you always got our support, good brothers.
Thank you.
I appreciate it, man.
Absolutely. And Lorenzo, listen, man, I'll see you in a couple of days, man. We got that developers meeting, man. I'll see you in there as well. We doing other work too, man. So we out here.
That's what I'm saying. I'm ready for that, man. I can't wait.
Absolutely, man. Listen, man. So to our audience, make sure you check out A-Lee. I'm going to put both of their IG links within the description as well. So make sure you check out everything they got going on in their personal business as well, because they always are giving out gems and sharing information on IG. So I'm going to put that there as well. But make sure you check out the event. And as we always say, it's not about how much money you make. It's about how much you keep. Game elevates, and we'll see you guys on our next episode. Peace.